Travis Wayne Goodsell. YouTube is at it again. The Mormons working for YouTube are religious bigots. That's established. And they've identified me as their problem, as they finally allowed this one to go through. No, they didn't. God, you bastards. They're using processing to throttle my video, refusing to allow it to process to prevent people from viewing it. And it's showing 30.02. That means it's typically done processing, which means they're, again, doing what I knew they would do when they added checks. Checks are only for copyright violations. That's it. That's all. That's all they say it's for. Nope. It's to help prevent viewing of the videos and slowing down processing. Because if processing were just, a straight processing program that would take the same amount of time for the same amount of video time, yeah, I would recognize the pattern and go, oh, okay, my video's 30 minutes, it will take 2 minutes, 20 seconds for full processing. But nope, it varies in processing times, which means that YouTube employees are purposely tampering with the videos. The video I did yesterday, which was titled Review of Mormon-Specific Signs in the Latter Days, 1 hour and 12 minutes and 29 seconds, was a typical video where I get an idea for a video topic and I just start speaking. And during the course of the video, I drop bombshell revelations, correcting history of the church, and correcting doctrine, and correcting this, and correcting that, and revealing this, and discovering that, which makes my channel unique, because nobody else is making these discoveries. For example, the anachronisms in the Book of Mormon. It's a linguistic tool of science, and the Mormons are like, uh-oh, red flag alert. I even say in the video, I don't understand why Mormons are so paranoid about anachronisms in the Book of Mormon. And I can understand why the church is upset with me, because they're a fraud. And they don't want to be exposed any more than they already are of being a fraud. They're trying to maintain as many Mormons to their side as possible. But nonetheless, the video I did yesterday, 41 views on TWG, 27 on Travis Wayne Goodsell, but 2 likes, 5 dislikes. I've triggered Mormons, and I did the psychological video the other day too. They aren't going to let this go. Dear God. Yeah, psychologists circling back to attack Mormons. Mormons are under attack by psychologists. It's not me. It's psychologists. They're now going back to claiming that people who are religious-minded are crazy and need to be sent to psychologists for treatment. So I'm helping Mormons, but nope. Now that one didn't get much views. That's 17 views and all dislikes. I don't remember how much, but yeah, it's horrifying that Mormons are so ignorant of Mormonism that they become violent. And that's a That's a historical pattern of human behavior. As during the Dark Ages, people are ignorant because print was unavailable yet, and only those who were involved in government or religion had access to documents, and you had to transfer them directly in order to produce more of them for other people. Otherwise, you had to go to a specific place where documents were kept and know how to read and write, etc. And as a result, people who are ignorant tend to be more aggressively violent and hateful because they're able to be easily psychologically manipulated. And, oh, there we go. Oh, look, they did the checks at the same time and nothing is wrong. What a shock. Go bleep yourselves, you hateful bigots. So, hold on while I transfer over to the other channel to... Oh, no comments this time? No death threats? Oh. We're not going to do a comment reply video here? God. I just... How are you going to get converts if you're angry with people who say, Sidney Rigdon wrote the Book of Mormon, didn't he? I mean, seriously, are you going to be that upset with people? You're not allowed in the church. You can't question us. No wonder the church is collapsing. There's Exmo Lex. She did a video a day ago. It shows why I talk about the Mormon church. And her thumbnail has her, I left the Mormon church, ... yeah, 4 dots. So why do I still talk about it online? Well, it's because we're warning you to get out and for people to stay away. It's evil. I mean, there's M. Quoting John Taylor 3 days ago on polygamy. Yeah, the United States came in and told us to shut it down, but it's gonna come back. Mormons claim, oh no, we don't practice polygamy anymore. Yeah, you know it's coming back with this church. And yet you just deny. Oh no, we don't do that anymore. Yeah, but you did it. Which means Jesus approved of it. 4 likes. And only 1 dislike on Travis Wayne Goodsell for a review of Mormon specific signs. And racism. You guys are still racist. You still claim that blacks are from Cain. That doesn't make you the good guys. Oh, it's scientifically proven. No. What science has shown is that the original pigment of man is black. And that white, for some reason, is a lack of pigment. And so there's something else going on in the Book of Mormon that the church doesn't want you to know. Oh no, I put I was trying to find the Salt Lake Tribune about the church losing money, see if I had a video, and have the other link here. Salt Lake Tribune won't let you see their news. You have to pay, and it's not cheap, despite all the advertising. The whole point of advertising is so that people don't have to pay for your paper online. Alright, there's the thumbnail. And only the two... I had a guy comment yesterday. He hasn't replied back. Trying to figure out, I've got too many videos. He doesn't know where to start. YouTube only gives you 3 options: the most popular, the most recent, or the oldest. Alrighty. So now do I have to... Yes. And so this YouTube hate is perpetuated by the psychological manipulation of judging human behavior. It started with products that are sold at stores. You know, you're able to put a certain number of stars depending on how well you like the product that you purchased from the store. So you buy a pair of jeans, you get them in the mail, and it's got a seam that's out, and so you put on there 1 star. The seam was torn, and so the company would then be able to look at that and go, oh, well, that was from that particular batch, and sure enough, we're getting other comments of 1 star that show that one batch and that was from that one sewing machine, and blah blah blah. They can fix the problem because the customers are able to give feedback on the products that they purchased. Which I don't know why the stores would want to do that, because they purposely create poor quality products so that we have to pay more to get replacements or for repairs. But nonetheless, it's neutral in regards to the people who work at the company, except for the person who may have used that sewing machine and purposely skipped the seam. They would get terminated. But it's not about people's character. And so when social media comes out and they're doing ranking of human beings, oh, YouTube does the like and subscribe. It's because their algorithms were designed to boost people's influence according to the number of likes and subscribes. And that's why people were always saying this, if they're not still doing it. Like and subscribe. And you'll know, everybody knows now, I found out, I did the video as I found out with you, that YouTube no longer hid the dislikes from million view videos. With my complaining, I was able to get YouTube to have everybody's dislikes covered up. But I had said, no, everything, the whole thing, likes and dislikes, gone. Because it's a bullying tactic that psychologists use. You cannot categorize human behavior, because what they do is name call. Oh, you're mentally ill, you've got such and such, you fit in this category box, and so now we're going to give you drugs for this particular category box we placed you in by our bullying, and we're going to give you treatment and all this based upon the category name calling that we designated for you. That's psychology. It's a fraud. It's a malicious fraud. It's what Nazis did in World War II, concentration camps. It's what the Russians did to their political opponents in the 1960s. It's being done right here in Utah because they're fascist. That's a fact. Moroni and the swastika shows that the church hates humans. And so to have these star categories and likes and dislikes, it just has perpetuated the hate among mankind. Because people think it's funny. And we end up getting Jeffrey Dahmers and Hannibal Lecters and Sith Lords who all think that it's their job to go around hiding from the public view and destroying people's lives, triggering them. And with the thumbs down gone only, apparently the analog program still functions to adapt to the thumbs down, has clearly illustrated as I'm recognizing the pattern. And it's just a bullying tactic that's now focused on the creators rather than letting other people see the thumbs down and getting a like-dislike war. Oh yeah, I'll show you. I'm going to put a thumbs up on this video to support them. It's just, you can't do it for human behavior. Period. It's a bullying, abusive technique. And social media are involved in abuse of their own people that are clients or creators, if they choose not to be clients. And so where does this come from with Mormons? Why are they jumping the bandwagon to abuse anybody who dares to molest and make afraid the church? And I all know what I just said and what it means. That's why, Mormons. As I was doing my research as a kid on Mormonism, because I'm not just going to sit back and go, yeah, I was born and raised Mormon, so I don't have to do any study of the church. I had to deal with born-again Christians in Southern California. They weren't going to let me get away with it. They saw the God-makers. And the church said, oh, don't watch the God-makers, it's anti-Mormon. Is it? What is anti-Mormon? Well, it's been redefined now to say it's a hate group against a certain group. That's what anti now means. That's wrong. But nonetheless, Mormons love to use that definition. Oh, you're a hate group. You're trying to destroy us. Well, good job. You just destroyed yourselves. And I was able to recognize, because I was always the top in my class in English grammar, that there are some problems in Scripture. My first interest was to learn about the dragons. And then it moved on as I kept reading. And there are some problems. You know, the first vision. Wait a minute. I'm told that I can't see God face to face because I don't have the Holy Ghost and I haven't gone through the temple. How is Joseph Smith doing it? And then you eventually come up with other potential explanations, but because I learned science in the scientific process to observe patterns, recognize anomalies, develop theories, test the theories for confirmation or denial. I saw, as you can see, the prop, body of proof. Yesterday I got to the 2-hour special of their viral outbreak episodes. And as a show that's supposed to try to be scientific, or at least have the characters utilize science, Hollywood used to just do horrible stuff that nobody should ever duplicate at home. and clearly this show is attempting to do things right so that they don't get blamed for causing harm with people doing what they recommend on their show. And so they've got to be scientifically accurate. And I didn't see anything that they were doing that we did. Why is that? Dr. Ho, the foremost doctor with viruses, who's been involved in numerous ones, even AIDS, I believe, was on Rachel Maddow's show. He had developed a chart from his vast experience in dealing with this and trying to get them under control, and he showed if everybody at the same time stayed home, stayed safe, you'd see that it drops off and disappears. We can go back to our lives once that happens. The other option, which he didn't recommend, was shutting down at different time periods. It lengthens out the time for which it eventually is shut down completely. And he warned about mutant variations that can come if we don't get it shut down immediately. And it was all based on the condition that there is an attempt to shut it down. Because if people don't bother to try to shut it down, guess what happens? Yeah, you get a new normal for the rest of eternity. Ta-da! And so it's the same thing with Mormonism. Mormons refuse to acknowledge science. Well, that was quicker. Okay, so no, it's got 7 minutes. They're doing a new thing now where they're showing that the video has been processed by showing the time. God. Just stop, YouTube. Just stop. Stop. At least they're showing me how much time is left for processing. They didn't want to do that on the other one. But Mormons are usurping the prophet's authority, as Mormons are acting as judges, juries, and executioners on social media. I see the results. You can't tell me you're not. These aren't random people sitting in their basement trolling the internet. Oh, here's something. Mormons, what's that? Oh well, thumbs down. No, there's a consistent pattern, as I'm a consistent pattern channel. And so I don't see how Russia wants to destroy the church. They have a financial investment in the church. China likewise. And so, again, I don't see Russia or China being involved here necessarily, except I am exposing the church, but Mormons are the only ones deeply invested in silencing information about the church. And that's disturbing. Why are Mormons wanting to silence information about the church? Why do they lie to us? Why do they get vindictive when somebody says, oh, Jesus is an anachronism in the Book of Mormon? It just doesn't make any sense. As a Mormon, I first found all these problems and I was writing them down. I would eventually go on to publish the Philosophy of Mormonism. But all of these questions I had that the prophets were never answering, refused to answer, would eventually make the policy that all questions to the prophets get sent to your stake president. And they're not in the general handbook. So how is the stake president going to know the answers? They're not. The church has no interest in answering the questions of Mormons. And when the internet came by, boom. Now everybody's got those questions, and the prophets are saying, nope, we're not going to tell you the answer. You just have to trust in the Lord. That's the video meeting series they're doing online today, which comes from Oaks talking about polygamy. But you can watch on my YouTube channel, if you've got the time, to watch thousands of hours of videos and know that when a video was, or the channel was shut down, preventing me from doing videos because of the hatred of the YouTube employees, that I switched to TWG, and then when they shut that one down because of their hatred, then I came back to Travis Wayne Goodsell, and then I resumed both from there on out. But you can see the evolution of discoveries, connecting all the dots together. See, I don't spend my day researching the church and making the connections and doing a script so that I can do these videos. Nope. I've gotten to the point now where I have full confidence that I can just do a video of research with you live, and ta-da! Bombshells as we go over it together. So I'm trying to teach you how to do research at the same time and do it properly. And yet Mormons are clearly pissed. And because they're acting contrary to the doctrine of Mormonism, it's hurting the church. And the prophets are okay, but I still wonder, they're purposely tanking the church. And is it because they're stupid? Or is it deliberate that they do want to destroy the church? Like a virus. They know the dangers. Why are they keeping church open? They're not following the medical professional. that was on Rachel Maddow's show, who's an expert. He knows how to stop viruses. And we didn't do it, did we? We didn't listen to him. And so why is the church not listening to the medical professionals? You know, they were forced to come out and say, wear masks and get vaccinated, because I complained to YouTube to shut down one of their misinformations about the virus. And YouTube instead came after me. And it was the video where I was saying that Nelson is medically misinforming the public. That's the one they shut down my channel for. Shut down the video, banned it. But he's supposed to care for the flock. He's supposed to take care of Mormons, not murder them. Not lie to Mormons to put their lives in danger. That's what I don't understand. Why are there so many Mormons who are still thinking he's a true prophet when they now know he's not? He wants to hurt them. You know, I mean, it's one thing that you see that he's sending me death threats. But for you guys, I don't get it. Why are you just laying down your lives for the lie of the church, knowing now that they're false and that they want to hurt you? They're causing you harm. There is no doubt about that. That's what they're doing. Church became the super spreader of Omicron during Christmas and then New Year's, and then boom. They don't care about you. And I can't see it as some innocent mistake. Oh, we didn't know. We all knew. We were all told in the beginning by the medical professionals. This is unacceptable. I can't believe you if you're going to say, oh, we didn't know, we're confused. But I don't understand why Mormons do what they do, because it destroys the church. I've seen it. It's me, Jessie. She's not Mormon. Missionaries came to her door, and so she decided to start a YouTube channel about what she was learning about the Mormon church from the missionaries. And the Mormons came and attacked her. Told her she's wrong, that the information is wrong. It was Moroni, not Nephi. It is Jesus who appeared to Joseph Smith. It is golden. And that's what's interesting in the God Makers, is having seen it, because it's on YouTube, finally. So, yeah, church isn't true. I'm going to watch the God Makers. It's a cool cartoon. And it's banned. Because the prophet said, don't watch it, Mormons, you're going to lose your testimony. No, it's evil. No, it's not evil. This is what the world knows and understands for Mormonism. They're racist, they're sexist, they're bigots. And they even show the inverted pentagram, though they don't make the connection verbally. But again, the church put up a wall so that people can't see that inverted pentagram because of their video. They're covering up the truth. They're altering the truth online. This is not signs of a true church. This is signs of the great and abominable church. And it's confirmed and established. Book of Mormon is true. The church is false. I've done the cycle process of videos leading to it. It keeps getting confirmed, and after so many confirmations, it's now a fact. But they did make an error in their video, as it was insignificant, but it wasn't a lie. It was just misinformation. But it doesn't create harm. The fact that the church is racist and sexist and committing crimes, yeah, that's not inciting hate. That's exposing the corruption of the church, who hates. And so, yeah, good job, Jeremiah Films, I think it's called, for doing the video to warn Christians that the church is not Christian. Because if that's all they were doing, which it does seem to be an overlining tone, and I can see why they would do that, is because the church goes around claiming, we're Christian. Oh, you're Christian too? Hey, well, your baptism doesn't count. Attending your church doesn't count. Only our church is the one true church, because we're Christian, just like you. It's just... And we have temples, just like not you. We have a Heavenly Mother. We believe that Jesus and Heavenly Father are separate personages. We believe Jesus is real, just like you, though. But our Jesus is true, yours is not. But we're the same. We're both Christian. Yeah, it just gets you guys deeper and deeper in a hole. And now the church is now suffering from it. I really need to know what the church's finances are. Because of the vaccine companies that they invest in. Pfizer did very well, which means the church did very well. And so I don't understand why Salt Lake Tribune is coming out saying the church lost money. I don't see that as the case. They knew what they were doing, and it's a crime. But anyway, so I can't get through to Mormons. Their wall is too hardened. That is obvious and clear. So those of you who have made it to the end of this video, I'll let you in on a little secret. You know my mom died. They did have insurance. My mom made sure that Dad made sure after my grandma died, her mom. Because her dad, my grandpa, had the secretary at his work file the insurance, and she didn't file for grandma. So when she died first, there was no insurance. And so my grandpa then decided, okay, well, I'll have to sell the house, the mansion, and didn't bother to inform the kids. And so my mom, because of that experience, made sure that Dad had all insurance taken care of. And most likely, as my mom is in delusional fantasy land, thinking that I will repent for what they did to me. You understand? That's a Mormon thing. Mormons think that others need to repent for what Mormons do to them. It's a bullying thing. How dare you say I bullied you? You owe me an apology. I'm suing you for claiming that I am the bully. That's just a further bullying tactic. But nonetheless, she was the only one reaching out to me until she stopped. And then I was going, why did she stop? That's interesting. I kept checking the internet. Is she dead? Can't find her. And then boom, there she is. She died. They never bothered to tell me. And so my mom would have life insurance. She would have beneficiaries of all of us kids because of what happened with Grandma. And it would be a lot, according to the amount of money that they could afford. And they lived beyond their means, despite telling us not to. And believing we were wicked if we did. Even if it was less than minimum wage that we were living under. Again, another bullying white supremacist tactic to hate the poor. But nonetheless, I thought, because I know nobody died and I didn't get anything from it, so I don't know what happens. But apparently, I've learned that the life insurance company will send me the check if I'm listed as a beneficiary. And so I don't need to worry about my siblings not telling me that she's dead and not telling me that I am to be given life insurance. I doubt they had a will, because I don't think they had assets. Dad, when he dies, yeah, he'll need to have a will to distribute the assets, the vehicles and the house and all that stuff. But my mom, I don't think she would be classified as having assets to distribute. It would just be the life insurance. And so because I learned that the insurance company is independent and don't care about family rivalries and hate, they will send me a check if I qualify as a beneficiary. And I don't get to pay taxes on it. Only interest, and taxes are paid. And there's no interest as far as I know, but they'll let me know if I get a check. And I've told you that if I get something, I'm out of here. It has to be over 50,000. But we'll see. There's a deadline, because remember, church has destroyed me, which I find it very fascinating of the timing. I'm pretty sure nobody assassinated her because everybody loved her, not me. And I didn't know she died. I had to find out by Googling the internet. And so it wouldn't have been a small amount, like $10,000 or $100,000 split 6 ways if Dad is included in it. And it might be, but yeah, it would have at least been $1 million. But I found out that insurance companies don't want you to have more than $1 million. And so the tactic then is to get multiple life insurances to total more than $1 million. And so my dad would have known all that. And but I have no idea how much I will get that will be tax-free. But I can guarantee you I'm out of here. And so if it doesn't arrive in time, or I don't qualify, I will be gone soon. And the Mormons who were under orders to do this to me have all lost their jobs. All this time, the ones who were told to attack me have lost their jobs. They lost money. But the people who gave the orders, yeah, they're still around to keep sending more soldiers to attack me. But I won't be doing videos either way. If I get to leave, I'm not, because I don't want the church to find out where I am. And I know my brother's in charge of finding me, but he sucks at his job. He lost 15 million Mormons. I did that video for you. Where is it? Come on. Where are you, Todd? Has it been that long? My goodness. Okay. Yeah, those purposely don't have. There it is. My brother Todd is responsible for LDS membership number confusion. 47 views in 1 month. So yeah, nobody cared after the immediate rush. Probably on Travis Wayne Goodsell, it was a bigger deal. Or TWG, I mean. We can check. Oh, 1 view in 40 minutes for the anachronisms. But 41, I'm surprised. It's becoming a breakout video. Huh. 55 in 1 month. See, they don't want to let me get higher than that. It freaks them out if I get attention. And they have to control me. That's Lucifer's plan of happiness, controlling the lives of others. And Mormons don't see that. But, yeah. So, understand that YouTube doesn't want you to know the information that I have. And I would like to do a final video saying, hey, I'm going to build Zion, who's coming with me? As I have Mormons saying, nobody's going to go with you, Travis. You're false. Nelson's the true Christ. Christ? Oh, you're admitting that now, are you? No, Jesus! Uh-huh. Whatever. Get out of here. But understand, it's coming. One way or the other. If it's through ruin, yeah, I'll just have to keep walking with what I can carry. But I can't stay here. This place is beyond corrupt. And it's ripe for destruction. So it'll probably be titled something like, the 10th righteous Mormon has left Utah. Watch out! Destruction's coming. If you understand, Sodom destroyed. Messengers go to Abraham. Will you destroy it for 50? Will you destroy it for 45? 40? 35? 30? Come on, get to the point. You want to know what the minimum number is? It's 10. So 9, boom, destroyed. It is weird how it is written that way, but nonetheless, that's where it comes from. And I did that video not too long ago. Mormon God will spare Salt Lake City for 10 righteous. So once I leave, it's 9. Sorry, guys. I hope the 9 righteous find this video and leave. Alrighty. So, and The Godmakers is not an anti-Mormon film. It's just, I don't know why, other than racism, sexism, bigotry. You know, the church wants people to think that we're no longer practicing polygamy, or that we never did. No, polygamy? No. Trust in the Lord. We're bringing it back. Every Mormon knows they're bringing it back. They've even confessed they're bringing it back. They've changed the law of chastity to bring it back. You thought they were doing away with it with the changing of the law of obedience for women? No, it's a trap. There is no Jesus, remember? Who are you obeying? I mean, come on. I mean, even the ordained women were all excited. Yay, women are getting more rights in the church. No, it's a trap. It's a trap. It's the great and abominable church. Don't try to change them. They're not going to change. They're going to fool you. Don't think that your feminine wiles are going to work on the prophets. They hate you. You are a nuisance to them. They only change because of peer pressure. But it doesn't make the church true if they change. So, I don't know if this is an actual title I should use, but can I get rid of some of these little papers? Mormons still believe in polygamy and blacks cursed. Yeah. Get rid of that one. Oh yeah. But I didn't do it for this video. Survival Guide for the Mormon Apocalypse. Some guy did it for the Bible and he's got 3.2 million views. He has no clue what the apocalypse is and what he's looking for, and we're in it. Losing testimony by watching anti-Mormon videos. Touched on it because, yeah, it was on my mind. But yeah, go with what we got, I guess. An hour long. But yeah, I use the scientific process, guys. That shouldn't scare you. And if you are truly evil, why won't you come out and confess? Oh, because you're a criminal? Because nobody will like you? Nobody will join you? It becomes a horror show when people join the church and find out, oh, it's the great and abominable church? Holy crap, I'm out. And then they realize they're trapped. You now have all their information. But I mean, be assured, those who leave, my brother can't find you. He sucks at his job, despite his PhD. Dear God. But yeah, the church is using the virus as a weapon of mass destruction. And it's biting them big time. So, but yeah, if you're not going to follow the medical advice, you're in big trouble. And we are in big trouble because nobody followed the medical advice from the beginning. From those who've already had experience with this and knew exactly the patterns that would happen, they told us in the beginning, if you don't do such and such, this will happen. And if you don't do such and such, you'll need to be vaccinated once the vaccinations are found, if they're found, and they were. But nobody is doing what is necessary to stop it. And so yeah, now it's permanent. That's what they've now told us. Because nobody's wanting to stop it. If nobody's wanting to stop it, it's not just going to disappear until the last humans are dead. We all knew this. They told us. Why would you deny it? It's just bizarre. You have Gorsuch on the Supreme Court saying, oh, it's just like the flu. People die of the flu. Seriously? That was debunked in the beginning. God. All this time, all this death, and he says, oh, it's just like the flu. And who put you on the Supreme Court again? Why are you there? And you're for the Constitution? Or no? Okay, you're against it. Why are you still on the bench? Oh, you're overthrowing America. But other people are saying, oh, we're on the brink of a coup. We're on the brink of a civil war. No, we're already there. It's just frustrating. The news does this on purpose to keep people coming to their channel. We're already at war, and nobody cares. Nobody sees it. But yeah, that's the psychological manipulation. It is Armageddon. We are there. So, alrighty, understand, I'm getting the hell out of here. So, if you want to come, you're welcome to join me. I already gave you the route. Get your kicks en route 666. No, that's not the route. It's 70. But the police are going to give me problems for walking on it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. If I don't get